Hi, I'm James. I'm sure that most know that the last dynasty in China is the Qing dynasty, but has anyone wondered where the emperors and concubines are buried and how their tombs look like? Do they look anything like those Egyptian pyramids? Let's see.
There are two main sites that they are buried in. Both are located near Beijing. They are known as the Eastern Qing tombs and the Western Qing tombs. I will focus on the better known Eastern Qing tombs. For each site, the earliest emperor's tomb will usually be built in the center, with subsequent emperor's tombs usually built beside it. The Shunzhi, Kangxi, Qianlong, Xianfeng and Tongzhi emperors are entombed here. The queen consort's tomb is located next to the emperor's one. A separate tomb is only built if the queen outlives the emperor, else the queen is buried with the emperor in the same burial chamber. Also, the tombs of the other concubines are located close by. For each emperor's tomb, there is a general layout as can be seen here. Firstly, there is a sacred way, a path with stone statues of court officials and animals placed on both sides. Next, there is a divine merit pavilion containing a stone slab inside. The merits of the emperor are inscribed onto the stone slab. Following that is a long urn gate. After that is a long urn hall, which is a hall to carry out prayers and sacrificial activities to honor the emperor. Behind that is a squarish structure called the Square City, and on top of the structure is a memorial tower with a tombstone placed inside. At the back of everything is a high wall enclosing the circular or elliptical shaped burial mound. The entire structure is called the Precious City.
So, what is the value of looking at the Qing tombs? I believe that by doing so, one can better understand and appreciate the rise and fall of the Qing Empire. Firstly, we can see that the Qing rulers tried hard in the early period to assimilate into Han culture and treat the Hans more equally in order to reduce anti-Qing sentiment, as they were ethnically Manchu.
Firstly, the Qing tombs were deliberately built near the Ming tombs in Beijing to show that they are continuing the Ming dynasty and culture, not replacing it. Also, the basic layout of each of the Qing tombs closely follows that of the Ming tombs, with a few modifications. Moreover, by looking at the size of the words inscribed onto the stone slab in the Divine Merit Pavilion, you can see the efforts of the Manchu Qing in treating the Hans as equals. In the Shunzhi Emperor's Pavilion, the words in Manchu script are particularly large compared to the rest, but in the later Kangxi Emperor's Pavilion, the word sizes in all three scripts are equally big. The decline and fall of the Qing dynasty is rather apparent in the later tombs. The decline of the Qing can be seen from the expressions of the stone statues. The court officials seem to be slightly smiling in the sacred way of the Qianlong Emperor's tomb, but become melancholy in the sacred way of the Xianfeng Emperor's tomb. This reflects that the society was no longer as prosperous as before. The tomb of Empress Dowager's Cixi tells us that corruption and wastefulness brought down the Qing dynasty. The opulence and luxuriousness of the tomb tells us that as a de facto ruler, she spent so much money on the tomb when the money could have been better used elsewhere, such as in the military and the economy.
This concludes my sharing about the Qing tombs. I hope that you have learned more about the Qing dynasty with my video.